lumbar vertebrae, and they don't touch each other. Remember, toward the front of the body, you have the body, or the centrum. And so here would be two lumbar vertebrae, and they don't touch each other. In between would be a fibrocartilage disc, the intervertebral disc. You can see it on our fully articulated skeleton, and it looks kind of, you know, a different color, and it's between the two centrums. That would be an intervertebral disc. Okay? Okay, now should we move to atlas and axis? Okay, these are the very first cervical vertebrae. We have 7 cervical vertebrae, but the C1, the very first one, is very specialized. So is C2, axis. Here's atlas, and here's axis. So there's axis, and here is Atlas. Atlas is the Greek god who is for eternity holding up the earth. And the earth is the skull. So let's take a skull and look at how it attaches. What are these again?
Occipital condyles.
Good. Occipital condyles. And they're kind of convex. They stick out. So the superior articular surfaces of Atlas are concave, so that they can hold on right there. So Atlas supports the earth, which is the skull. Now, how do you turn your head back and forth? Well, hey, the atlas is going to rotate the earth or the skull on the axis. So it goes like this. And axis, the actual axis, like the axis of the earth, it provides a turning point, and that is what this is for. It's called the odontoid process, or the dens. Kind of looks like a little tooth. That's what the ancient Greeks thought. So orthodontist and a dentist both are professions that deal with teeth. The dens or odontoid process of axis, and this will articulate with atlas in the anterior arch of atlas, right there. The little arch up in the front is anterior arch, and then the posterior arch of atlas goes around like that, posterior arch. So again, on atlas you have the superior articular surfaces, the anterior arch, and the posterior arch. Now these are transverse foramina, but each of them is broken on either side on this particular bone. With axis, and again, this one has no centrum, and there's no spinous process. It's just the anterior arch and posterior arch. With axis, you have a little bit of a centrum, but then you've got that modification where the axis is going up to articulate with atlas, and there's a little spinous process going to the back. Remember that they both, like all the vertebrae, have that vertebral foramen where the spinal cord descends. And this has, what are these again?
Transverse
foramen. So every single thoracic vertebra has one of those. These are very specialized. Not all the cervical vertebrae have this. This would be like C3 or C4, where you need to hyperextend your neck, and that is, and it's broken a little bit, but that would be your bifurcated spinous process. So some of the cervical vertebrae have that, but not all of them. Okay, sacrum.